You making shrewd business moves, shrewd in judgment too, shrewd market in a stew. Don't ever get me chopped and screwed. You can't lose. Our podcast definitely shrewd. Each and
My son
every
just turned 11 yesterday, so we ain't there yet.
Yeah.
Mine ain't 15.
Mine's 12. Yeah.
My son looked like he could be 15, but
That's probably why they don't bother him on the side.
He the one setting trends.
Y'all gonna follow me.
Yeah, say something if you want. Listen, these kids is different.
So I was right over.
my ride on the Jersey side was easy. It was once I got to Philly, I'm like, how many corners I'm going to turn?
Yeah, that's how we feel going to Jersey. It's like as soon as you cross the bridge, it's all backed up forever.
It depends on what part you're going to.
Right.
See, I came from Willenboro, so it took me over to Betsy Ross, so it was quick.
that's a good
130
bridge.
I don't even
straight.
know where that's at.
Right there.
Willenboro.
You don't,
Yeah,
you don't know
it's
what Willenboro is?
Burlington.
You lived in New Jersey your entire life?
No, he's from Philly.
It's
from
closer
Philly.
to. You heard of the Burlington Bristol Bridge?
Nah.
Oh, that one just caught on. It was cars on fire recently there, but I'm closer to that bridge or Tacony Bridge.
I know it's a Coney Bridge. Okay.
I
All
was about
those
to say
bridges are better than
They closer to like the Pennsauken-ish area.
Okay.
and they all
He
easier.
like. I'm gonna just say okay. I still don't know, but I'm say okay.
I know where Pennsauken is.
What part of Philly you from then?
South Philly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense because I'm from Jersey over here, so people be swearing I know everywhere. They be like, I don't know. They'll say some park or something like that, and I'm like, you live out here? I'm like 10 years.
That's still
Scour
new,
the whole
right,
thing
right,
yet. I don't know it all.
Bro, I still don't even know all of Glassboro.
That's too. What are you doing? You don't come
I feel like
outside.
Glassboro is the only college. Like before I moved to Willenboro, I was looking for places, and it's like college. That's all they wanted.
It
Was
is
college.
now.
I'm like,
Not when we grew up. We grew up. We had the projects, a lot of housing complex. Hollybush was actually like alive.
Hollywood's turned into projects now.
Yeah, but back then that was where a lot of like the older people lived. A lot of my aunts and stuff lived up there. So those communities was like thriving, and then we owned a house not far from there. So it was cool. But yeah, once the college started buying everything out, they bought our grandmom's house. So that whole area,
That's
and then
all
the
it
house
is.
that we grew up in on Lake Street. Lake Street don't exist no more.
oh wow.
Yeah, whole street gone.
That's the college area where there was a Domino's and stuff. Is that?
Nah, it's like Barnes and Noble, maybe.
Yeah. That whole area, that's where Popular and Lake Street was. That's where we grew up. So that don't even exist.
But see, I mean, I'm originally from Camden, so Willenboro is still that's like the suburbs for me. From Camden,
yeah.
Right,
It's-
it's
I done
different.
stepped into a whole new world out there. Very peaceful though.
So I see
a lot of
Willenboro got
time
a
out
good. They got a good, nice area.
They don't have no good food though. I can't find good food places out there. I haven't found that yet, but
I don't know about the food.
it is peaceful,
Only food I
calmer
did was
than
the,
Camden.
Gitanos.
Yeah, I'm right across the street from that.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I know exactly where you are.
But it's
So what
Like-
made you want to do the podcast?
Kara reached out to me. She's always looking out for me, and then we spoke on the phone. I was like, I don't know. Let me tell you what I got. I know she said what you were looking for, but exposure. You know, I'm not opposed to it. Like I said, I've done a few podcasts, but it's been let's hop on Zoom and do it like that. Yeah. So, but this, I feel official now. In the studio.
We are so thankful for you coming. And then the biggest thing is the information you have. So you are sitting all comfortable. You look like you're
I'm
ready to give.
I'm ready.
And I think that's what we all here for, because I am so curious.
All right. So let's get this show started then.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Our next guest went from helping women feel confident behind closed doors to helping them show up confidently in every room they walk in. She's a confidence coach, speaker, and the founder of Confidently Her. Get ready for some real talk, powerful insights, and maybe a few laughs along the way. Please welcome Tayamo Blakely.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
pleasure to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited, nervous, but I'm trying not to show it.
No need to be nervous.
The butterfly is going to go as we continue to go. You know what I mean? What motivated you to become a romance consultant with Pure Romance, and how did that experience shape your career?
So, oof, we talking about eons. Like when I got started in the romance industry, it was like 2012, and I think I switched companies to Pure Romance maybe 2 years later. I was a teen mom, so while I already had a child, everything else was still very, what people do, what you supposed to do with that? So my neighbor across the street had a party, and you know how, I don't know that you guys know, but the way it goes is it's network marketing, right? So you go to this party, you have a lot of fun, you play games, you buy, you know, some lingerie, some toys, things like that, but the consultant is always going to ask, so you think you could see yourself doing this? Like, it's, and they start, you know, trying to get you in, because the goal is if you build a team, you can get more money that way, right? And this is why everybody calls it a pyramid scheme. Like, you gotta get people to join, but you can still make money from the sales of it. And so, you know, just something in the back of your mind, like, oh, okay. And I remember probably a year or so after that, income tax came. My birthday is February 8th. So back then you could get income tax like January, February. So I'm like, all right. I was like, I reached out to one of the consultants I knew, and I was like, all right, so let's talk about this. Like, how does it work? Let's find out. All right, I'm gonna try it. And I got the biggest kit. I was like, because it makes sense that if I'm gonna do this, I want people to be able to take their stuff home. I don't want them to have to wait and stuff like that. And so I did it. And my very first party was a girlfriend. I used to go to Camden County College, and me and her were sitting in there. We never really spoke. We just knew that we were in the same class, and we ended up following each other on Facebook. Her birthday is February like 25th, if I remember correctly. And she had a party booked with somebody, and they canceled on her like a week before. And she reached out to me, and she was like, it's probably gonna be like 25 people. And I'm like, shit. I don't want to say no, but like, dang, right, for the first time. So I went, and I be real, just how I'm gonna be tonight. And I was like, look, y'all, this is the first party I'm doing ever. Like, you know, I done started a few months ago doing my training and things like that, but it's a lot of y'all. I'm nervous as shit up here. But as women, we're very encouraging. And so they were like, oh, you okay? Like, go ahead. They didn't care. They just want to see the toys and play the games and stuff. And so from that party, I was like, oh, I could really make money doing this. And so that solidified it for me. And I stayed with it up until a few years ago, just because my kids was getting older. I went back to work full time as well. But in doing that, I met so many women and started learning more about the things that keep us down, the things that we don't understand, down to, you know, knowing more about your body and your likes and your dislikes. And when you're in a relationship, like, well, you know, my partner kind of don't, or this don't happen. And it opens up that dialogue, and it makes them more comfortable. So it wasn't just about making the money or selling the toys, but it was more about that sisterhood, you know? Yeah. And so from there, I journeyed into, I was like, the Pure Romance has always sold lingerie, and I had a few pieces, but I never showed it because it wasn't something that I did. Like, I didn't wear it. And I think early on I had those same inhibitions and kind of insecure thoughts that a lot of women have, like, oh, I ain't got the body for that. I ain't about to stand up here and sell this to somebody. And, you know, and one of the girls that booked the party with me, she was like, I want to do a lingerie theme. You got lingerie? I said, mm-hmm. And I showed up looking similar to what I look like today. And her guests were like, where your lingerie at? Like, why you don't have it? I said, oh, no, that's for y'all. I'm just up here to do my thing. Y'all gonna party. I'm gonna leave. They like, And like I said, I always had pieces. I was like, all right, so I'll go get one, put it on. And I remember it was like this baby style lingerie, which is, you know, is more flowy. So it still cover up, but I'm very, very like, y'all sure my butt not hanging out? And I'm pulling it down. They like, it's no more, like it's not showing. And so once we started taking pictures, and they like, you look so good. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about, but I saw, and I was like, damn, you know? And in that moment, I felt like, what was I afraid of? Why is this the first time in my 30s that I'm stepping into this world? And I was like, okay, I want to push this more. And so I started doing lingerie fashion shows, lingerie parties where I would come with just the lingerie, and I would teach them like sensual body movement, and we would do like the little fashion show right there. And it was just a lot of fun. And I was like, no, y'all are going to put it on. like put it on, feel, and I would teach them how to pick it out for their body type, and you know, if they want to hide those insecure. A baby doll is really good if you want to hide that fupa area. So
Baby doll.
yeah, baby doll. The teddies is more like the bodysuit, and I started showing them on my Instagram. If you guys scroll down a little bit, I took a lot of it off, but you might still find some on there of me in there. I would pair it, you know, as an outfit, stuff like that. And so it was just something where I wanted the women to see, like, I'm not just trying to sell you into this. I want you to see it so that you can believe, and I've been where you are. And then from there is when I started getting into coaching and wanted to do more like interviewing, and I really want to do speaking. Like I told myself before I left Pure Romance, there was a speaker, I forget her name. I know she goes by Fly Girl. And a lady that was in, I think, the Air Force or something, she shared her story, and I was like, I want to speak on stages like across states. And so I started venturing into that, and that's how I'm here on the podcast today. Because I'm like, somebody going to tell me to come speak at the event or something.
Absolutely.
But it's been a journey, and I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about, first of all, how to tell people, like, no, just because I do this, it don't mean that I'm a freak. It don't mean, you know, that I'm fast or nothing like that. It's more about education and that sisterhood and having fun.
Right.
Got you.
So when people hear confidence coach, what's the biggest thing they get wrong about what you do?
I think that with confidence coach is like what is that? Even for me coming up, like, do I want to call myself a confidence coach? Because you think confidence, like, that's just something a lot of people think that's just, you either got it or you don't, and that's not true. That's the furthest thing from the truth. And even I had a dentist appointment today, so driving home before here, I'm watching the geese. Like, you ever notice how you driving and they would just jump out and you have to stop? And I'm watching them and I'm like, that's confidence. Like, they don't care. The world is going to stop for me. I'm getting across here and I dare you to hit me, because then you're going to get a fine. You know, and that, it made me think about the podcast, and I was like, that's it. And so you have, I'm assuming the mom, because I can't tell male from female, but that's just walking, you know, and the babies are following, and I'm like, that's mom teaching them that confidence. Like, the world ain't gonna wait for you. Come on, get across the street.
Right.
And so confidence is something that you can learn, you can practice and work on, because it's not something that you're born with. You're taught from your experiences, from who you are around, seeing them grow up. But it's also something you can tell yourself, and you start little, make small, minor changes. And I think that moment when I stepped into lingerie that night, that was a flip of the switch for me.
Okay.
So
Talk about the training, because I was so curious when you was like, okay, they were training. I'm like, okay, because did you just have to learn the stuff? Like,
so
talk
what
about
you
the
get,
training.
what you get in your kit, you know, you get the information, the name of it, how it works, and things like that. So that's the training. It's not like, so I think that sometimes people thought that toy parties was like this big orgy thing, that we were testing the toys on each other. It's not that.
Right.
It's I have my display, and this is this toy. I'm turning it on. You can hear it, pass it around. You can feel what it does, and this is how you use it. Where I'm explaining it to you. I'm not showing you on a person how you, like, you'll put this here. This is for clitoral stimulation. This is for vaginal stimulation, like that. And so the more you do it, the more repetition, it sticks with you, and you can get through it. Because it used to take me a long time. I'm like, flip. I had cards like, y'all. Okay, and so this is, in that first party, I had like 2 pages front and back. I was like, I'm gonna read from my notes. I don't know this stuff yet, but over time, I ain't need the notes anymore. And so that's what the training consists of. Of course, they do, Pure Romance does conferences twice a year. I don't know how they do it now, if they still do. But you can do, one is mainly training. So, of course, the consultants that are like at the top, those are the ones that are doing the training and teaching, like, how they do and how they got where they were from. And then the other conference is more of like awards. Like, okay, this is how you did in sales. Here go your check or your plaque or whatever it is. But it was always fun. There's so many people I know in states that I'll probably never visit, but we will always be online in different Facebook groups and talking. And we used to do something called Mojo Boost, and we would get on a Zoom and all just like, all right, we're going to plan out the whole month, how we want to do, what's our goals, and hold you accountable. So those are things that stick with me now.
Got you.
I like that.
So I have been in attendance of one of those type of parties before.
Yeah.
I have been to at least 2
Okay.
as a single man back in the day.
I was about to say, why only 2?
And I thought they was cool. Honestly, I didn't buy anything, but I was definitely, they usually have food and drinks there. So I am encouraged. I'm making drinks. Bye. What is that? You know, and honestly, for me as a single guy, I was really just learning what was going on. It wasn't about a lot of other products, more so than like,
What these
this
women
is
like.
a bullet. It's like, what? What would you do? What is the point of this? And then you explained it. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
gotcha.
A lot of so when I first started with the other company, they were called Party Gals. I don't think they're around anymore. We were allowed to do co-ed with them. With Pure Romance, we couldn't. But I'm gonna tell y'all one party, and I think it was in like the Millville area, somewhere around there. It was co-ed, and I was showing a dildo, suction cups, right? So this guy walked in. I don't know if it was his girlfriend, what it was, and she like, look at this, had all on his mouth. I was like, at that moment, I was like, I don't know if he about to start shooting, if he gonna beat her up. Like, I just wanted to pack everything up and leave, because I'm like, no. Why did she do? He was so mad, and I was like, oh my God. And so for stuff like that, I don't know if that was her partner or not.
She knew who he was. You ain't gonna do that to just any old dude. So
He was probably in there pouring it up like you was, and she just was like, look, and put it in his face. He wanted to beat the brakes off of her, and I'm like, oh my God. And so after I was like, okay, I'm cool off co-ed, because it can get crazy.
But to their point, to be honest, when you leave, that's when those stories. That's when it starts. It ain't when you there.
Oh yeah.
But the moment you leave and everybody else is ready.
Because I get them now. Don't get me wrong. There's stuff that I would have done. Like, I'll ask for volunteers. So like clitoral stimulation cream to get them aroused. I'm like, all right, who bold enough? You want to go see? Go on down there. Put this. Give them a little dab on their finger. Go ahead in the bathroom. You can put it on your clit. So now they hot and ready. So when I leave, they either going or calling somebody.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So it's stuff. But a lot of the education did include ways to open that dialogue with their partner, or like, okay, these toys like C-rings are and I was like, what the hell is a C-ring? So in the training, I'm glad, cock ring, or and so the way the guy puts it on, and how, like, okay, if it's too tight that if he feel like his blood is, about to cut off, then that ain't the right size. But it's supposed to be snug, and that helps him last longer, feel tight, bigger to you and stuff like that. So it opens that dialogue, and they're like, oh, and they texting like big.
Right. If it falls off,
that ain't my problem either. So yeah, y'all taking me back. Wow, I ain't did a party demonstration in so long.
I already know.
But yeah,
He ready.
yeah. Then there's the gag reflex cream that they could put that on. Now they sloppy toppy all night for you without gagging. So there's some tools in the arsenal we was teaching them.
yeah. I'm married, so I gotta leave certain things alone.
You're married, but that's okay. Y'all can still partake. You have a partner. You can get stuff y'all can use together.
When you married, y'all gotta talk about these things. Y'all gotta agree on everything. When y'all
Pineapple.
dating, everybody just spontaneously.
I don't agree with you. I feel like if you came home with some stuff and say, here, this is for your throat. What's the problem with that?
First of all, it's about the delivery.
But you get what I'm
Not getting open.
And like,
So you don't
to his point, if it hasn't been a discussion yet, she gonna look at you like,
What's going
why the
on,
hell you bringing this home? What bitch you been talking to? Like,
that could be
So-
too, but it's also like, well, you choking a
So,
lot
yeah.
lately.
so yeah. You had like, this movie I watched, they had it in there, or I was listening to this book.
What movies? Was
Something, right? Something. You gotta bring something, because that's definitely gonna be. And what bitch you been talking to?
Yeah.
That's gonna be first.
See, once upon a time, they had this is how immature, I guess. I won't say immature, but I was young back when they had like the flavors that like it was like the candy thing that women would put down there to help,
like
for
Pop
men.
Rocks. They have
So I thought that was cool.
There's a whole lot of stuff still out. I have a girlfriend who does it now. She's not with a company. She just bought stuff wholesale and she does it. She has some mints. I was like, we ain't had no mints when I said, let me try the mints.
Peppermint?
Like a little thing, like Altoids or something like that, like a little tin full of mints, and you pop one in, and it gets you nice and wet and salivated up, and get some nice sloppy toppy. Yeah.
Wow.
So
get your glands going.
So it's a lot of inconspicuous things. When in my day, we had the little bullets that look like a lipstick tube. So you go right to work in the bathroom, I'm gonna put my lipstick on.
Wow.
And hopefully ain't nobody else in there.
Yeah, right.
We out the loop.
I know I'm out the loop, man.
Y'all don't know. I mean, it could look like mascara, it could look like lipstick.
But
it could be a chain. We used to have this chain that was nipple clamps, and you could wear it like a chain.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, yeah, we married, but even back then we was out the loop. We never knew a lot of this.
I knew a lot when I was in the loop because I was at the parties.
I walked into one.
You got more than that. There was a lot of them floating around.
Nah, I can recall one. I walked in.
And they was nice.
They get wild.
Yes, I didn't consider it wild. I consider it happening the way it was supposed to happen. I just want the help, and that meant would anyone need a drink?
Get them
And if
intoxicated.
the dude said anything, I'm like, you stupid. Does anybody else need a drink? And that was it. And when it came to items I thought was cool, I'm like, ooh, y'all should get that. So I was helping the people. I was there to help you make money.
They used to have the what was it? Like they little candies that used to be on a string. They used to have that as a thong.
Oh wow!
And you just
I've seen it before. Yeah, I've seen it.
I mean, y'all got like Condom Kingdom and stuff right here on South Street and stuff. Just go explore.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot about that.
I don't know if they still open, but I remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't been on South Street.
If it ain't Condom Kingdom, it's something down there you're gonna find.
I know in Manhattan they have like a.
Oh yeah, they do. They still do classes and stuff over there.
So tell the married people how to get their confidence back and how to keep it there. Not saying me. I'm just talking about all the other people in the world.
For the married people, it's about a conversation. And before anybody is like, is she even married? I was married twice. And for lack of trying to keep it together, it takes two. So communication is very, very important. But the delivery matters too. So you have to speak to be understood, but also listen to understand as well. Once it gets to where you're just trying to be defensive or over talk, you're never going to get anywhere. So that's the most important piece of advice I think I could give in a marriage is really that.
And mine is to order. I'm saying, I'm in my 40s, so dating there, women go through different stages, and when they hit different stages, their bodies go through different hormone changes. So what you married in her 20s is not going to be there in her 40s because she is now going through different valleys. So it's understanding why she's always hot and these other things.
I mean, I'm 42. I ain't get there yet, but yeah.
But it's learning that and understanding, how to keep everything alive. But yet again, you got to know that she's going through something and be empathetic because yet again, there's things you're learning. When you met this person, this wasn't her. And same thing for guys.
I was going to say for guys,
go through transitions where they slow down and she looking at you like, what's wrong with you? And she thinking it's her, and it's not her. It's really him.
And that aside, like interest change, if there are children involved, like right now, I have 4 kids. My oldest is 25. My youngest is 11. So I have 25, 19, and 17. They're all pretty much out. My 25-year-old is going, my 19-year-old is going, my 17-year-old, we dropping her off in August to college. And then my son, when I moved to Willingboro, he stayed with his dad. So I'm really like 1 foot into empty nesterhood. So that's new to me. That's new territory. I don't have so many people depending on me anymore. Like I have more time available that I don't know what to do with.
And you ain't gotta hide your stuff.
So
as much now.
yeah, it was that too. And so me and my partner like, all right, well, what we gonna do today? What you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. What you want to eat? What you want to eat? So like, even that what you want to eat conversation be an argument. Like, can you just drop? Can you just say something? Like, that's like the biggest argument right now. Like, what you want to eat?
So true.
Whatever you want to eat. Can you give me 3? Give me 3. I'll give you 3, and then we come. Like, please help. Please help.
That's funny because that's real.
So
did you ever have to handle any negativity or criticism along your journey?
for sure. So I mean, like I said, it's network marketing. You're doing direct sales, just business. Period. You have to customer service.
Right.
Customer service is number one. I remember one time I think that I took an order, somebody paid for it, and I got the stuff in, but then I forgot, like got busy, and she's reaching out to me like 2-3 weeks later, like, where's my stuff? And I'm like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, I have it, I'm gonna get it to you, stuff like that. And then she was cool, I rectified it, got it to her, apologized, just explain. I always keep it real. And then I had somebody else that something they wanted didn't come in, like we don't sell it anymore. I can't get it to you. That's what I want. I want my stuff, issue, refund, everything that still wasn't good enough. Like, some people you just cannot please. So you have to learn. One of the hardest things for me was don't take it personal. But it's like, this is my business. I do take it personal. Like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I never want to leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth, but some things you can't prevent and some things, are going to happen. But as long as you communicate and just are open and honest, I think that it makes it a little easier. But like I said, some people you just can't please.
You ever have anybody return anything used and want a refund?
No, like
In your
even
line
with
of
the
work?
toys, I'm not taking toys back. Sometimes it's just user error. You put the batteries in wrong, or you're not charging it in the right spot. User
Just
error.
wasn't enough for
You
it.
got to hold the button down for 3 seconds. You'll feel it vibrate, and then now it's on. Now you can hit the other button, like stuff like that. Any other negativity, especially when I started doing the lingerie, some family and friends, I took you off Instagram, right? I don't follow you on Facebook no more, right?
Because of that, yeah.
And so my new mantra became, your insecurities are not my responsibility.
Right.
That's it. And that's okay.
That's real.
So
what do you think the most confident thing you ever done was that scared the shit out of you?
back to when I put the lingerie on that day.
Okay.
That, and then just, I don't know. I think that the most confident thing I've ever done.
Yeah. That scared you.
That scared me. Would have had to been that.
Okay.
Would have had to been that.
I got a question. Why don't they make lingerie for men?
They do.
They do.
They got
What do they
thongs
got
for
for
men.
us besides some silk boxes that ain't as sexy?
They got thongs. They got the ones, the elephants thing. You don't see the strippers wearing all the.
Is that considered sexy?
To somebody, it is.
I'm talking about what we could wear. Like, I'm not coming to bed with the thing on.
So,
the
but women like the sexy boxers and the the pants with the button up shirt. Like, that's sexy. You seen them do it on what's the movie?
But you see how much more sexy y'all can be with what y'all doing? Like,
But you see how much more effort we have too. We got to do hair, makeup, nails, all that kind of stuff.
you don't think we do hair?
A quick 15-minute barbershop visit. We in there half
Now,
the
my
day.
visit's like half hour.
Yeah, you got hair like my nephew.
5 minutes.
Yeah, but we in there half the day.
That's real.
We got,
Just to
especially
sweat
in
it
the
out.
40s. Like, let me go get my beard coming in. See, it's women that. That's a big incident. No, women gotta go. Let me go get my face waxed. We make sure we still look like a woman at the end of the day.
Okay. Tweezers.
So
Brazilian waxes, all that.
What do you think women are searching for when they think they're searching for confidence?
I think that they are searching for comfort and acceptance. I think that's one of the biggest things.
that.
And
Yeah.
comfort and acceptance. And it doesn't necessarily have to, I mean, that can just be them trying to accept themselves or being comfortable in their own skin. And that was the biggest thing for me. So confidently her for me is that movement of making you comfortable in your skin. Is something where, right now it's a big aesthetic, you know, like the nails, the hair, make the room real pretty, stuff like that. But I think that confidence and that self-care is more about doing things that help you inside out. So I love being by water. It might be something with my sign, I'm an Aquarius, but I could have the crappiest day and let me just go sit by this water. You know, I don't have to be in it. Just sitting and watching the wave flow, listen to it crash, all of that is very calming and soothing for me. I listen to audiobooks a lot now while I'm working. I hope nobody at work see this. But I'm able to get, you know, bust my workout and I'm listening and I'm laughing at the stuff they talk about, stuff like that to myself. I'm able to just tune whatever you can do for you to tune the outside world out to help improve you on the inside. And so that's the biggest part.
Okay. So outside things don't necessarily make you confident, right?
It can add to it, but you're basically quieting the noise. So you are not paying attention to comparing yourself to everything you see on Instagram, because half that stuff is AI and the other half ain't real. Right. So, you know, but sitting down, you scrolling and you seeing that all day. You seeing the influencers, like, y'all, they rent Airbnbs and they do it up real nice so that it can be aesthetically pleasing to you. So you're sitting back like, dang, I'm 42. I should have a banging ass house like that, or I should have a car like that. And so all of that adds to you feeling like, I ain't there yet. Why I ain't there yet? Right. Everybody's journey is not the same. So.
Okay.
That's real.
Yeah.
What is one thing you wish more women knew about confidence and self-acceptance?
It would have to be that you're never too old to learn. Like we were talking about, we're ever evolving. So we change, you know, throughout the course of life, whether it's a job, you know, you move to a new location, your kids leave a home, we're ever evolving. Your interests change. You know, like 10 years ago, you might have been like, I think I want to go to law school. And now today you're like, damn, that was a waste. I want to be an entrepreneur. So it's really about sitting down and doing a self-assessment. And you can do that as often as you want. Do that self-assessment and then plan it out from there. Whatever it is you see yourself, like you have to visualize it. And then what steps do I need to take to get to that? Mm-hmm. And one small thing at a time get you there.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think for the fellas, for men, it's the same thing. It's like if you can get up and tell yourself that you are sexy, handsome, whatever that is that you need to tell yourself. I'm being serious right now. Yeah. Like if you could truly tell yourself this and then get up and whatever it is, take a shower, get dressed, put on your cologne, get a haircut, like put yourself together so that you feel that confidence that you know, because once again, we represent ourselves based off of the colors we wear, based off of just like how we, yet again, is he smiling? How is his whole demeanor? And a lot of times that's what's reflecting inside. So if I can tell myself, hey man, I look good today, you know, feel good today, then if I can carry that through my day. So, but that's where it starts. I start by myself, meditation, and once again, giving myself a pep talk that, hey, what did you do yesterday that you're proud of yourself?
Yep. That's your only competition. Do better, be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Yep. But also whatever hobbies you do. Like my boyfriend, he umpires baseball, and he cannot go to work. Like, I'm too tired, but he will not miss umpiring baseball. Right. Like that's that fulfills him. And so whatever you have that's like a passion for you, do that, because that also helps fulfill you. So if you do stuff with kids and you're being a mentor, that is another form of getting that fulfillment for you.
That is so true.
I like that, bro.
The small things.
What's the difference between confidence and arrogance?
Arrogance is basically being conceited. You know, Remy Ma sung about it, but I think it's just that, like, you know, Nobody, I'm untouchable, I'm better than. To me, that's how arrogance is. People looking at you like, you stuck up, like, I don't want to be around you. But confidence is more, you don't have to tell nobody you're confident. They see it in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak and things like that. But that arrogance comes off as like nasty, snooty, nobody want to be around you. But confidence is like, okay, like, you dope. Like that person, they fly.
Right.
Like that's what you think. He don't care what you think because he's so confident. Arrogance is, I know you know I look good.
Right.
I know it. You ain't gonna tell me.
Right.
Like,
because I care what you think.
Yeah,
Right.
I care. I don't care what you think. I know I look good. So I'm confident in, I know I look good, and that's it.
That's it.
By some chance you think I look good, I'm gonna be like, "Thank you."
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's real. In what ways do you measure the impact of your work on the women you help?
I measure it by, I mean, I don't sit back and be like, dang, let me see. But when they reach back out to me, you know, here and there, I share bits and pieces of my story. The inboxes, the DMs tell me like, okay. And so I've gone back and forth with, like I took like a year off from doing my lingerie parties and everything. And people like, when you going to when the next show, when the next? And I'm like, all right, y'all hitting me up. Y'all must like want it. But putting on events takes a lot. It takes a lot. And when you're doing it by yourself, you don't have a team. It's like, ugh. So you putting money out to rent venue spaces. You know, I would reach out to my clients first. Like, all right, I'm gonna do the next show. I need some models who want to come out. And so, just by them messaging me like, I want to try this, but and they open up. They start telling me about whatever lack they're having in their relationship or something that they want to, like, how do I tell, things like that, or that was me, like, thank you for sharing. So that lets me know that I'm on the right path. Last March, I did a panel. It was a Black girls brunch, and it was a small crowd, but even just a little bit, and sharing something as simple as teaching my kids, no, you're going to make sure they pronounce your name right. Because for me, with my name meaning Te amo, it means I love you in Spanish. And the story behind that is my mother grew up, she was born in 59. My grandmother was prejudiced. And so baby dolls, black one, white one. My mom couldn't have a black one. My grandma threw it out. And so the story she told to me was, when I get grown and have my own baby, she gonna be black, and I'm gonna name her this, so that whether you mean it or not, you telling my child you love her. And so when I spoke at the panel, I just shared why I'm so hard on my kids. Like, nope, your name is your name, and people are gonna pronounce it right. If you can't take the time out to try to pronounce somebody's name right, I think it's a form of disrespect, where people are like, they tell me all the time, I'm gonna just call you T. No, you're gonna call me Te amo. Only those close to me call me Te, because that's the nickname my mom gave me. It's not hard. Te amo. That's it. And so people relate to that, like, oh, people always messing my name up, and thank you for sharing. And it was young kids, not kids, but like, teenagers in the room as well. And they like, that little piece stuck with them. I bet you they ain't gonna let nobody say their name wrong no more. Like, that's
Plus,
it.
when you saying that you're making me like think.
That was powerful. Like how even the whole meaning of why your mom.
That's your identity. Yeah,
that was powerful.
That's your identity. And I hated my name for a long time. I think that I finally came to terms with it as a young adult, like after I had my first child, because it was, I don't know, just something. I'm like, it was too much attention, I think. Even to this day. I mean, if I'm on the phone and they ask me, they like, oh, you know what your name means? I am 42 years old. If I don't know what my name means by now, please. And I think that they just don't realize what they're saying. So I try to be calm and stuff, like, oh, yeah. But I get a lot of, oh, your name, that's so cool, that's your name. And so back to when you first asked me when I walked in, that's really your name? When I used to do the parties, they thought I made it up as
I thought it was a stage
love,
name.
romance, and now, no, that's my name on my birth certificate.
Yeah,
that's cool.
What's funny is, before you got here, he said, you know what her name means?
So he didn't want to tell me because he already went over it. Yep, that's me in a nutshell.
So you were talking about an event you were doing, which leads me to a segment we have called How Do You Pay? The segment is I ask you a hypothetical question. It's multiple choice. Your answer will lead us to the next question.
Oh, good.
Okay, so you're speaking at an event and you offer to take a potential client out to lunch. How do you pay? Is it A, out of pocket, B, company's dime, C, credit line, or D, pay no mind?
It'll be, what was option A?
Option A was out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket. Okay, so what's the most expensive mistake you made as an entrepreneur?
The most expensive mistake as an entrepreneur, I think that for me it would be like just not keeping track. Keeping track of what's coming in and what's going out. I would just be ordering stuff and like, this is cool. I think they're gonna buy it. So one of the lessons that I learned was you got to go with what your clientele is buying. What they're interested in. Otherwise, that's why I'm sitting on probably like $2,000 worth of stuff still right now. Because I'm not doing parties no more. And I'm like, just buy it. Like, here, I had this lingerie for $10 at this point. But that's probably the biggest.
Gotcha.
Can you share any books, resources, or programs that have influenced your approach to empowerment?
I can't name anything specifically, but I do, you come across things on social media, and if it draws you in, I did go through a program to learn more about coaching, so I have a certification through that. But I read a lot, so and most of the stuff, like I'm now listening to audiobooks, is like the fictional novel, street hood stuff, whatever I'm watching. Everything I can tie back to, like, oh, I can implement something like that, or you learn something about branding or something about marketing. So everything that I'm watching now or listening, whatever I'm doing, there's a little bit of a business eye because I've been in the entrepreneur world for so long. This is my way of relaxing, entertaining, but I'm like, oh, that would work like this in a business. I can't help it. Right. So.
Has there ever been a season where you lost your confidence, and how did you get it back?
Oh yeah. I think that when I fizzled out from doing my lingerie parties and things, after that, it was something that I missed a lot, but I wanted to do something that, one, I didn't have to hide. Like you said, you ain't got to hide your stuff no more from my kids, and I could bring them along the journey, like to physically be there and see and hear and grow with me. So, but it was something I missed. And then my partner, like, you ain't gonna be in that lingerie posting pictures and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, I gotta respect the relationship. And, so that was something, it was hard, but it was okay. I'm still here, found another way to, found an alternate route to still, get the coaching in there and help uplift and empower them.
Okay.
What feedback do you often receive from participants, and how do you use it to improve your offerings?
Things have changed so much for me. Like now with the coaching, I'll do things like this, a podcast, I'll jump on a panel and go out. So it's more of what the feedback I'm receiving, not necessarily feedback, but with the participation, the engagement. And so that lets me know, like, okay, this is still necessary. They're getting it. And for me, there's so many empowerment things that going on now, empowerment brunches, empowerment, events and things. And so for me, I always want the guests to not just leave from that moment like, oh yeah, this was dope, and then they leave with nothing. So I always want to send them with like an action step. So one of the things that I talk about a lot now is the main character moment. So where everybody have that MCM, Man Crush Monday, is now main character moment, and it's about you. So you have to schedule that 30 minutes to an hour, put it on your calendar. That is your time. It's a non-negotiable. Just like if you had to go to the dentist or the doctor, or you was getting ready to fly out, you was making sure that you're not going to miss it. So the main character moment is that.
Oh, that's dope.
That it's not about
I do that
nobody
every
else.
day for like 3 hours.
It's not about, but it's more than just like scrolling social media or something like that. It's not about nobody else. It's your uninterrupted time. If you want to go for a walk, if you want to go sit in the movie theater by yourself, date yourself. Date yourself is really big. I don't know why people are scared or embarrassed to do that. Go and eat and enjoy your time by yourself.
I've been jamming with myself. So I get it, but no, I do that every day. Because I need it, and my wife understands that too. Like, can't be around people like 100% of the day. At some point in time, I just literally have to like get away from people.
Decompress.
You gotta decompress.
I removed myself as well.
Yeah.
So, what do people compliment you on that you still struggle to fully believe about yourself?
People always say, like, you're so confident. Even when I used to do that part, yeah, but you're so confident. I can't wear that. You can. I'm like, y'all don't know. Like, I'm the girl who used to get teased. My mom was an addict for most of my life. You know, from the time I was born to right before I got pregnant with my oldest daughter, and that's hard.
How old were you
When I got pregnant, 16. Okay. So I was a teen mom. I love my daughter, but she grew up with me. She's like mom. She's like mom number 2. So so when I hear that, like, yeah, but you're so confident. It wasn't always like this for me. At 19, I attempted suicide. So I survived that, and that moment was like, whoa. That experience is not nothing, because you know my method was trying to OD on some Tylenol. Like, I took the extra stain, big old, y'all don't do it. But so that was something for a long time I struggled and was embarrassed. Like, I never want my kid, well, at the time I only had her. I don't never want her to know that I did this. Like, that's crazy. Why? What was I thinking? But when you feel, you know, just all darkness with no way out, is difficult. And so it took me up until, I think by the time I had my 3 girls, for me to start sharing and really like openly talking about it, because I had a fear of, but if they know, like, then they gonna get the idea and they gonna try something. Right. And so that was one of the things that I'm like, okay, I need to talk about.
How did you pull yourself up out of that?
Well, first of all, I had to do like 2 weeks in the psych ward afterwards. And so I wanted to get out of there, because I started looking around like, oh, okay. It's always, you guys hear the statement all the time, somebody always got it worse than you. Yeah. And I hate that. I mean, it makes sense, and it's something, people use it as a motivating factor, and I get it, but I hate it because it's like, why do you have to pull yourself up on somebody else's downfall, you know? Right. But looking around, it's like, okay, like, you start realizing, like, I really didn't have it that bad. Can I go home? Can I go home, please? And so from there, it's like, all right, I'm going to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. That was probably just the worst part of being a kid, was having a mom as an addict, but she was a functional addict. We always had I always had a roof over my head. I always had food on the table. I may not have had, you know, designer stuff, you know, hand-me-downs was a big thing. But it's the teasing. It's the other kids teasing, talking about you, stuff like that makes it difficult to like get through. So I made sure, even with that, like, we moved around a lot. In Camden, I probably went to every school out there. Oh, wow. Up until middle school, and we moved down the highway to Atlantic City, and I did high school there. So for me, and this is what I mean by like your experiences help mold you. So for me, when I started having kids, I was like, I need to make sure my kids stay in school and in one school. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2 if I need to, you know, move. But I didn't want to keep moving them around and around. When I was in high school, there was a girl, kind of, not necessarily a clique, but a group. It was like 6 of them. They was best friends since elementary school. And I was like, dang, I don't have that. I wish. Right. And so my kids have that. My oldest daughter has her best friend since like 1st grade. They went all the way up through high school together. Well, middle school, because then my daughter got into more sound friends. They're still friends till today. And so that was important for me, because it was something that I didn't have.
That stability.
Yeah, that stability. And I'm still mad that I never got to be safety in school, but, you know.
But confidence is built through all the things you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So having stability builds confidence. Having good friendship, because encouragement from these people and compliments from these people builds confidence. And
Yep.
Learning how to do things and then understanding that I'm doing it well builds confidence. And a lot of people think confidence is like just putting on a jacket. Like I'm gonna put it on today and I'm confident today. I feel like quite often I lose my confidence like it's my cell phone.
Yeah.
Like I'm like literally searching around for it because at no point in time when you're dealing with like children, stuff like that, should I show them that I don't have confidence.
Right. That
And I
makes
think
it.
that's what a lot of children are seeing in their parents. A lot of parents are wearing the fact that they're not confident in where they are in life. And their kids can see it. And then their kids don't know how to be confident because they never actually seen their adults be confident. So for me, in my worst situations, I'm still speaking like I'm King Tut.
Yeah. But even that with kids, I think that as adults, we try to keep them from so much. Even like, dang, this car insurance about to be, we on the verge of getting these lights cut off. Like, bring them in the loop a little bit. You don't need to dump it on them, but let them know, like, look, living ain't free. We got to pay for certain things so that they understand, like, oh, I know why mommy said I can't have McDonald's today. You know, not just because she don't want to get it for me, or no, you got McDonald's money, but why? Like, why don't we have McDonald's money? To a certain extent, but people just, the world is much more than money and everything like that. You want to build the character, and those experiences definitely help mold that, and that stability is important.
My son right now is trying to build confidence in speaking. So he has an elective next year, African American Studies, where they make you speak, and he wanted to get out of the course. Yeah, because he was afraid, and he didn't even take it yet.
When you stand up there, you start sweating.
I want him to take it because I understand that that's going to build the confidence he needs for the future. Because if you can't speak, then closed mouths don't get fed.
Right. You ever bring him on a podcast?
Right. Who?
You ever bring him on a podcast?
Him? No, not
like
yet.
just to sit and see how it's done.
Oh yeah, they sit behind a lot of stuff, and they be in a lot of my projects and stuff like that. So he acts and stuff like that. Now, if I give him a role,
he can
action. He know exactly what to do. He has all the punctual. After that, he just goes sit back and won't talk to nobody. He just gets back into his shell though.
It's practice. Does he write?
Raps.
Well, that's right. That's public speaking.
But he won't hit. You won't hear it. He won't let you hear it. I just know he's doing it.
Yeah,
I found some books. So yeah,
I was gonna say. So growing up, I used to have a lisp, and I remember my mom used to talk to some guy that was locked up, and he would try to coach me over the phone and stuff on how to like hide it. So if I get real mad and start talking real fast, you could hear it. But that was a lot of work. That was a lot of work, and I got. From the family used to tease me about that, and I was like, all right, I gotta get this under control, because but them S's, them C's, them CH,
and I think even for like growing up, because you're saying confidence and people teasing, I was different. I guess I was confident in other areas in life because I had a lot of brothers too. So like when people would try to tease, I would just like, my solution was, are you going to tease me if I beat you up?
Yeah.
Right. Probably not. So I'm just going to do it. And after that, I didn't really get teased because it was like, if you tease him, we don't know.
Right.
We don't know how far he's going to go. And it depends on what you say to him. Because if you really get me with a good joke, I got into comedy from getting teased.
I was about to say, we grew up in the era of roasts. So
right. That's different. If we in it together, that's different than I'm just walking down the street and these dudes just gunning me because my mama bought me these
Bobos.
Patrick Shacks and white and green. Right, yeah, some Shacks, and they just wasn't it. And I'm getting gunned for the day. No, that's not fair. So them new people, I would get violent. That was me. But then my friends, I like their jokes. You know, it was fair. I could say something back to them, and you say your mom's son. I can say that back. So I never lost confidence from my friends and our jokes. But when people outside of that was trying to like belittle me, it felt like, and just hurt. They were trying to be harmful.
Right.
I just felt like, and this was when I was younger. But the only way I seen fit was like to harm them, and so it would
physically.
End. So it wasn't good, but that was my solution as a young teen because it was like I wasn't allowing it. I'm like, I'd rather be suspended and be home than you walk through the school and think they're gonna laugh at me.
Yeah. But that goes back to something you said earlier about the support system. So I grew up in the It Takes a Village, and it really was like that. Like I could walk around, Camden. By the time I came in, I knew you better be in here before them street lights go out. We ain't had cell phones back then, but my mom knew everywhere I was at because she taught, the people like, oh yeah, I saw Tay, she was there, not like on a tattletale, like, oh, I saw your daughter today. She's like, what you was doing over such and such? How you know? You wasn't even outside. And so today, one of the things that's been difficult with me raising my kids, because parents ain't the same. They real like, what you say to my kid? And so for back to the confidence part of it, having a circle of care is really important. So I have friends now with my youngest daughter. She'll be 18 on Sunday. I have a girlfriend that's been around her whole life. That's like her second mom. I have another girlfriend who moved to Jersey probably like 13, 14 years ago. And I used to have an online book club. And she joined in. We became best friends. She's been a very big part of my kids' lives. And then, before my mom passed, it was her. So having those people, that your kids can go to whenever they feel like, all right, mom bugging, like, Aunt Key, can you, Miss Claudia, can you? So, but they will always, if it's detrimental, they like, all right, listen, look, you might have to talk to her because, but if it's trivial, they got it. And so that's been really big. And I let them know all the time, like, listen, I don't know where I'd be without y'all. Y'all baby dad number like 3, 4, 5 because I don't know where, like, you need the help, you need that support, even if it's just like, all right, can y'all just watch them for like 30 minutes? Because if not, I'm going to jail. So it's important. And so I call, support system, circle of care, same thing. But you need those pivotal people in your life, and is good when you don't have to feel like, dang, I don't want to ask them. Like, you don't feel uncomfortable. It feels natural. You're just like, they want to come over. Can they come over? Go ahead. Yeah. Family trip. Like, we just came from celebrating my son's birthday. It was yesterday, Sunday. We down at the water park at Showboat. My girlfriend came. Her son, 18. We in there. Like, big kids, they in there. Every water slide, and I'm like, we need to get them. We used to have them like that all the time. And so it just, they remember that. Yeah, and they like, that's my cousin. That's my brother.
Yeah. So if younger you walked into the room right now, what would she be most proud of?
If younger me walked into the room right now, she'd be most proud of that I advocate for myself. Like, I don't hold anything back. I don't feel timid or anything. And I'm being a big girl.
Yeah. What advice would you give someone who feels stuck and unsure about their identity?
Stuck and unsure about your identity is really who do you want to be? Who do you see yourself as? So you got to really dig. That's that inner work you have to do. What has you stuck? You have to identify the problem first, and then plan,
Absolutely.
And figure it out. What solutions, come up with a few. Which one, applies the most? Like, you like, all right, this is what I want to do. And then plan out how to make that happen.
Yeah, and every aspect too. If you don't like what you see, you can change it. If you don't like your shape, you can change it. You can lose weight, you can gain weight, you can get in shape. Like, there's a lot of things that you can implement to start getting your confidence back. But if you just go to McDonald's and get you that order that you normally get and go home and you put on that long t-shirt and then you just sit there, like, if that's going to be your confidence is never going to arise from living a life where you don't do anything that makes you feel confident.
That's real.
What can you do mentally?
Mentally, if you are spiritual or religious, go to church. If you don't want to physically be in the building, YouTube. Like, I used to listen to Pastor Mike years ago. Like, I was like, I could relate. He's younger, I could relate. And at that time when I started listening to him, I had just separated from my second ex-husband now. And so that was really, I think, it kept me from being very depressed, because it's like, dang, now I'm about to be, divorced for a second time. I got 4 kids. All the stigmas that people probably would have for me, I came up with for myself. Like, and so, watching Pastor Mike do YouTube, like, all day I'm watching YouTube on my phone at home, playing it on the TV and stuff. And so that helped pull me out. And I was like, I want to go to his church. I ain't made it to his church yet, but I go to church in Voorhees, to the family church. And I remember the first time I stepped in there, I text my dude. This was the one time she didn't come to church with me. And I'm stepping in there looking around like, I'm in a club. What is it? So I'm texting her. I was like, this like a party, like this fun. And I sat through it, and then she was like, oh mom, I've been wanting to go to that church, we gotta go back. I was like, all right, we'll come back. And we've been going ever since. So find what it is that relates to you that can keep your attention and get you. So mentally, there's prayer. You can always find a self-help book. The thing with that for me is AI is crazy. Everybody can pop up and do whatever kind of book now. So just be careful. Look at reviews. Right. See if they got like pictures of what you about to get. Because one of the things with a lot of these businesses and coaches and things like that is they're going to give you, it's like a trailer. They're going to give you all that up front. And then when you pay into it, you're like, this is what you already was talking about. Like, what did I pay for? I'm not getting anything more or different than what you already did in your little trailer. So just be careful with that. But if you got to put sticky notes on your mirror, a lot of people think it's cliche or it's like weird, but whatever is going to help you. It don't matter what anybody else thinks or does or says.
I like to tell people to go back to your childhood. Remember what you used to like to do. When you were a kid, you loved to do a lot of stuff. It was candies and it was food you loved.
Even coloring.
Yeah, coloring. Go do it. Go do the stuff you once liked to do, and you'll realize that I don't know why I separated myself from doing these things. Becoming an adult did not mean I can't color.
Right.
So sometimes it's just those things, and coloring is so relaxing.
It's so relaxing. Put on a good.
I don't really do it, but
right.
If I have to help a kid, and I get into it, I'm like, damn.
You ever notice like that? You watch a movie, put a kid movie on, kid long gone upstairs there with some. You still there, like You still watching
That's
it.
the childlike you wanting to be that again. So I think that, to me, that's what I do. I when I'm in a funk, I'm probably going to watch something that got Eddie Murphy on it. I'm probably going to find like my favorite candy or something I love to eat. And I'm going to cook something. And I'm going to go bask in that for a little bit. And then I'm just trying to remind myself of who I am.
Yeah.
Because I know I ain't who this dude sitting on his couch right now, and that's okay. When this movie over, we're gonna get up and get ourselves together.
Right.
That movie usually gets me in my mind state of, I remember when I used to run around. I remember when I was doing this. I remember it was fun. Get back to having fun.
Yeah.
Can you explain the philosophy behind Confidently Her and what sets it apart from other women empowerment brands?
Confidently Her, like I stated earlier, is more of a movement. So it's that action behind it. It's not something to just get you feeling good for a moment. I want to provide you, through my own experience, the tools and some things that you can take away and continue to use long after we met, or you've been, whether you go with me for coaching or you're at something, watching this podcast, or you're at an event where I'm on a panel or something like that. It's something that can stick with you. So I think that will have to be the key from setting me apart, because it's not just about like money or the moment, the event, the big, it's more about the engagement, the support, that sisterhood, the connection.
And helping people create systems that they can remind themselves how to get themselves back on track. Yeah.
Listen, if it ain't in my calendar, it ain't happening. Listen, did he tell y'all I almost canceled? That text wasn't even for him. But God said, I looked for the address, and when I went, my girlfriend was texting me before I did the address, and I went back. I'm like, dang, it's 47 minutes away. I'm about to cancel, and you was like, no, just come. I was like, definitely not confident after that. I was like, embarrassing. I'm getting in my car right now. I promise.
I'm stuck in traffic. Talking about, so you canceling? Oh, I'm not even here yet. I'm almost there, but you good.
Oh, we glad.
So where can people connect with you and learn more about what you're building?
I'm on Instagram, Confidently Her. You'll see what you see on there is what you've seen on this podcast is really who I am. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. You might see me a little more done up, fresh retwist or something like that here and there. But for the most part, that's my life. You're going to see I'm a new grandmom. She just turned 7 months today. So you're going to see her. Thank you. So it's the real.
That's it. What final message would you like to leave with our audience regarding confidence and empowerment?
I think I'll leave you with my favorite quote. I've been stating this to myself repeatedly since probably like 2005, 2006, and it gets greater later. And so one of the things that helps bring me out, you could have a rough day, all the bills is piling up, everything. And one of the things I reminded my girlfriend of yesterday, I think, is like, you know, when you start going through all that, that mean that breakthrough is coming. It's right there. Like, keep pushing, right. Don't give up. And so it always gets greater later. Like, it always happens. And later might be in another 30 minutes, a week, you know, a month, but it always gets greater later.
I like that. Awesome. Where can the people find you? You already said that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna edit that.
We'll take that out.
Yeah, once you go to my Instagram, it'll take you. It has my link and stuff on there.
You have any books or anything out?
I don't have no books yet. I should, right? Yeah. Talk about that story and growing up with my, y'all know my grandma we never mess. Like, my cousins come over, they get to go outside. I got to sit in the house at the top of the steps. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to read that book.
I've been for years since I was a little girl. I was like, I need to tell my story, write my book, but I don't know.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for the SOP. I'm Sal.
I'm T.
Ron.
And this is
Confidently Her.
Hey, I love that.
See y'all next time.
You making shrewd business moves, shrewd in judgment too, shrewd market in a stew. Don't ever get me chopped and screwed. You can't lose. Our podcast definitely shrewd. Each and every week